March 16th, 2012. Washington, D.C. President Obama signs the National Defense Resources Preparedness Executive Order. For many Americans, the directive goes virtually unnoticed. But to some, the presidential decree was both disturbing and alarming.
March of 2012, Obama signed basically martial law into effect. And at any time, he can sign away all of our rights. And I mean all of our rights. There is no constitution.
The president issued an executive order that seems to allow the executive branch to seize pretty much whatever it wants in an emergency for use in protecting the defense assets of the United States. In very broad terms, it applies to what's called the defense industrial base, all the private companies that do work with the government.
Since the beginning of the Cold War, presidents like Eisenhower, Kennedy, right through Reagan, and George W. Bush, and Obama today have all reissued executive orders allowing for the commandeering of telecommunications, water, food, highways, even the public in forced labor during a catastrophic event like a nuclear war or giant earthquakes. Now, these executive orders are on the books to suspend the Constitution and basically bring in martial law. And not just the seizure of all infrastructure and energy, but the seizure of individuals as human resources.
They can take you and tell you where you're going to work and what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Down to that level if it's all executed. So then you take a look at, well, how are they going to enforce that? You know, there's 314 million Americans here. How do you enforce something like that? Well, it's simple. You militarize the police force. Now, all of a sudden, you have a standing army in the United States.
Nothing happened in March of 2012 for this martial law to be declared by our president, but it happened. This power now in the hands of any president is frightening.
Is it possible that the U.S. government is secretly preparing to use the threat of a nuclear attack or a natural disaster in order to enact martial law? Could they really eliminate basic freedoms and take control of all guns, survival materials, equipment, and food supplies?
What this is saying is that if there is a declared state of war, the executive branch and the administration will have direct control over important sectors of the U.S. economy. If you are a petroleum refinery and the government says we need the oil and gas for the war machine, then the gas pumps at the gas stations go dry.
The wording of the executive order is pretty clear. It gives the president the authority to use the resources of these companies in order to protect national security in an emergency.
In all of United States history, martial law has rarely been formally declared. Many believe, however, that in 2005, a version of it was employed during the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, when an alleged order was issued to police officers authorizing them to shoot looters. But now, in today's technologically advanced world, the specter of an all-powerful federal government declaring martial law takes on a whole new meaning, especially when considering the president's ability to flip a so-called internet kill switch.
The idea of an internet kill switch has been talked about ever since the internet broke wild back in the 1970s. And it certainly can be done through powering off backbone provider machines or simply by mounting massive distributed denial of service attacks on the major hubs of the internet. And for an agency like the NSA, which has the computer power to do it, they could shut off the internet simply by jamming it to the point of unusability.
In a classified document, which we've seen because of one of the Edward Snowden leaks, spells out very precisely under what criteria and how the executive branch will go about declaring that a certain node in the communication system or a certain set of servers are critically damaged and therefore, for a short period of time, will be under government control.
But what could happen if the nation's computer network was suddenly compromised? Is the government prepared to overcome a digital disaster? Could an enemy really bring the American economy and infrastructure to its knees with just one keystroke? Coming up.
The Department of Homeland Security is in charge of protecting federal government computer systems from cyber attacks.
They can shut down our power grids so you don't have transportation, food.